Well, Larry, there's a new stadium set to open in Inglewood in 2019, but for now, we're in the heart of the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Cleveland Browns and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Set to go now is the rookie second-round pick, Roberto Aguayo. And we are underway here in Los Angeles. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. They'll throw on first down with Griffith. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. The ground. This is Isaiah Crowell. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
There's no sense in dancing around it. Not a lot of bright spots to talk about in Cleveland this year. But I think Isaiah Crowell, the running back, he's a guy we got to keep an eye on in the future. Short of 1,000 yards, but it's hard for him to get enough carries to get there.
Yeah, but he was healthy. Started all 16 games. Coach Hugh Jackson, though, said it was his goal to get him to 1,000. You're right, though. Just shy of that at 952. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So it'll be first down here after the run. On first down, Griffin. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. So he got 3 on 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Everything about that play was beautiful. A great corner route where the receiver worked the defensive back inside and then broke back to the outside to the corner. But how about the throw by the quarterback? Anticipation on the break from inside to outside. He threw the football. As the receiver turned around, the ball greeted him.
On second down, here's Crowell. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. In on the stop, Bradley McDougal. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll get nothing out of that one. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Ordinarily, the responsibility for not letting edge pressure disrupt the play falls on the offensive tackles. Their job to push that edge pressure so far wide they can't either get to the quarterback or the runner, especially on a draw.
And Parkey's kick is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. Well, it's a night game, a lot of energy in this building, but the visiting team here, they get the ball in the opening drive, and they find a way to at least produce 3.
And things are just getting started, so you can't say that they've taken the momentum totally, but a good start towards seizing it in this game.
And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. First carry here for Charles Sims. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Desmond Bryant in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
The tight end, Cameron Brate, was the target, and that brings up 4th down. On 4th down, the Bucs will call on Anger, Brian Anger, to punt it away.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open, and drop it.
Here comes the pressure, and the Browns block it. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Partners, you well know every block punt wasn't necessarily a called block. Sometimes the guy just finds his way back there. Doesn't matter. The play happens, and that one turned into 6 points because they handled it so well after the block.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push them back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
Now a play fake here on first down. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there at 22.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Jackson's got it over the middle. And he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play-action pass and completing it.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll bring up second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. And the play clock's running down. Jameis to throw it. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off. It's the Pro Bowl corner, Joe Hayden with it. And as the Cleveland Browns come back out onto the field, they'll get going again on offense here in a second. But 1-15 this last year, and it's a franchise that since moving back to Cleveland in '99 has only been to the playoffs one time.
Hard to believe, right? Just 2 winning seasons in that time.
Yeah, only 2.
Well, but I think there's optimism to be had here in Cleveland. I think that the fans, it's tough for them to see it after another 1-15 season, but I think that they have a plan in place to move this franchise forward. Ownership, front office, head coach, all in lockstep together with a vision and a plan that they intend to execute.
The intended target was Corey Coleman, and it's 3rd and short.
Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. They'll try to run for it with Crowell. And they're going to get the first down here as he's up to the 14. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Pryor has it complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. And how about what Pryor did this year on a 1-15 team? 77 catches, over 1,000 yards, and we saw what an athlete he can be. We saw that in college, but, man, he can do a lot.
And now he wants to be a wide receiver, and I think that's where the difference was, because you mentioned him being an athlete. He still wanted to be a quarterback, so he's resistant to making the move out wide. And now that he's doing it and doing it on a regular basis, I think this is the baseline of numbers we can come to expect from Terrell Pryor.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Crowell. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
That time they were looking for the former Auburn Tiger, Ricardo Lewis. 3rd down here. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, he's running that drag route. You are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt.
All right, let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys. Because the offensive guys are always taught, find the first down sticks and make the prep. On defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
11 yards on the pickup, and it's good enough for a Tampa Bay first. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Winston now to throw on first down. A dump off to Sims. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Fresh set of downs here.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Flush to his right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Shorts has got it. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
It's caught by Mike Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
A monster 2016 for Mike Evans. His Buccaneers didn't make the playoffs, but wasn't because of his production. Led the league in targets and was in the top 5 in many other receiving categories. What a big-time year for him.
Now, 4th in yards, 2nd in touchdowns, just outside of the top 5, 6th in catches. So he's going to be a handful for teams in the future. I mean, he's got a long career ahead of him.
A long career ahead of him, and look for him to increase his yards after catch as he moves forward in his career.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jamie Collins in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Time running out here on the play clock. Here's Winston. And that is incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. Now 4th down. Roberto Aguayo out now for the Buccaneer field goal try. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points. But they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
A gain of 6 there on first. So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, Griffin. A screen complete to Crowell. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll go as a loss of 9, and it leads to 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Well, Charles, divisional round of the playoffs didn't disappoint, in particular the ending of that Packers game and count. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah, a little tired, and if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to swing the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The name of the game, as always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback, and that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the second interception in the first half.
Rolling to his right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. So no problems there with that one as they're able to put 3 up on the board.
Yeah, it's pretty much a winless night. There's only a very light breeze, so it's a perfect night for kickers. And like you say, no problems with that one.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And the Browns offense back out there ready to take over. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one in the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They'll run it again with Crowell. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Duke Johnson, the one he was looking for. And 4th down coming up. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
And there was a good opportunity that just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Taken from just outside the 30. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now Winston. Over the middle to Evans. 12 yards on the pickup, and that'll be good enough for a Tampa Bay 1st down. Simple slant route, and part of a really nice hard throw by the quarterback. Nice timing between the quarterback and the receiver. They were perfectly in sync, and he put it right on him on the inside route. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It's a gain of 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. Second down, Winston. And this one's incomplete. The target that time was Vincent Jackson. And it's 3rd and short. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. On 3rd and 1, here's Winston. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Got a little handsy there, defensive holding, Charles.
And defenders will get away with as much as you will allow. The 5-yard mark tells the officials where the line should be drawn.
From the red zone now, Winston. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Emmanuel Ogbah. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. They just do get the play off. Now Winston. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He went backwards there 8 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. Now, that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback stick? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. 3rd and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
So we come upon half. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. He is tough to bring down Jameis Winston. Charles, I remember calling a baseball game of his. He played baseball at Florida State, too. And you saw his legs, tree trunks, sprayed in to those baseball pants. I said, how could anybody bring this guy down?
And that's part of the beauty of his game because he has that toughness, that thick body. He may not beat you sprinting, but he's real sharp with his mind, and he knows how to get away from people.
Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
But I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up the play action and throw the football. You control the clock because then you have the ball.
This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play. Winston to Evans. 46 yards. And at this stage, down in the 2nd half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well.
And he pulls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Cameron Bray from 10 yards out, and the Bucs have taken the lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the ball is knocked out. Picked up on Levante David. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And Tampa Bay, now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed. And that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Yeah, I think the blitz there really disrupted the draw.
Yeah, and it's usually when you catch them in a blitz, the draw works pretty well. If you're the offensive coordinator right now, that's visor throwing time, isn't it? Because that's supposed to work in a big way.
They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. So he makes the grab, and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line giving them time to complete that 1st down pass.
A 1st down carry now for Crowell. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on it and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. And Griffin gives to Crowell. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? And almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front? Creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility.
Griffin going to give to Crowell. And he'll take this one down to the 36. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Now it's Griffin. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Clinton McDonald able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. On 1st and 10, Winston. Survey, and he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, If you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me. But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they had a long drive going last time, but it stalled out. But still, maybe something positive to carry forward from that last drive.
Well, a few different things that you carry forward. Number one, as you noted, they were moving it pretty well, so that gives them a lot of confidence. The second part is, keeps your defense off the field, gives them a chance to rest up a little bit. And last but not least, you've taken a good look at what you've done on offense, you know where the weaknesses are, and you know when you want to come back to them.
Like when you're organized with your points. Well done.
A, B, and C. There's so many things that go into playing the position of linebacker. Some of them are actually subtle. Doing the drill work that you do all the time in practice and carrying it over to the game. Get rid of blockers and get to the ball carrier and knock him down for a loss.
Screenplay, Johnson. There goes Duke Johnson. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Duke Johnson, 47 yards. And once again, the Browns are back in front. And he's able to put it through. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So out come the Bucs now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Play clock winding down. They'll run here with Sims. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. And a cutback left and a crease here. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Charles Sims, 71 yards. And the Buccaneers have once again taken the lead. And his kick is good. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out. 3rd down now following the completed pass. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. 3rd and 2, now Griffin. Oh, this is brought in by Pryor. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Simple slant route, and it works to perfection.
And when you're a big-bodied receiver, you use it like it's a basketball play. Body the defender away and catch the football.
Here's Griffin. It's caught. It's Barnage over the middle. So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. So now the offense is facing a 1st down and 20 after that last mistake. Out of the gun, Griffin. Now he's going to go up top, over the middle. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play that time for Cleveland. 46 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Andrew Hawkins, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. And how about that, giving us our 5th lead change of the game? It's been back and forth.
No doubt about it, and right now, they're ahead, but they can't relax at all because if we've had 5 lead changes, I'm kind of betting on a 6.
Yeah, we might see a 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now the Buccaneers offense gets set to head back onto the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jamie Collins in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. And there they bring pressure from the inside, and they get home.
Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And on this play, someone did not get blocked. He's the one who got home.
And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it, incomplete. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion.
After that throw, and it was definitely one that he would love to have back. I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back.
And this will be caught at the 30. It's a big play. Winston to Evans. 49 yards.
Well, they just treated 3rd and long as simply an opportunity to make an even bigger play. Normally, you're just trying to pick up the first down, and you know where the sticks are. They took this thing.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Desmond Bryant in there to drop him the 7th time tonight. He's gone down. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Jameis to throw it. Buying time to his left. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. So they don't get anything out of that completion. I guess when you roll out of the pocket like he did there to the left, if you're going to throw it, you better gain some yardage.
But can you just hear the old school coaches right now? You threw it for no yards?
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him again. The 3rd time he sacked him here tonight. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Now Winston. A dump off to Sims. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And the play clock's running down. Here's Winston, eluding the pressure right. He's got Evans. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 6. That'll be a gain of 15 yards. And the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does, because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Emmanuel Ogbah in there again. My goodness, that is now his 4th sack tonight. Time running out here on the play clock. 3rd and long for Winston. Flush to his right. It's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. That's a tough one not to hang on to on 3rd and goal, but good job defensively to get there and jar it loose.
Agreed. That was really, really nicely done because there's no pass interference on the play. Timing excellent to get in there and knock it away. A win for the defense, and it brings up 4th down.
So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before replicate it, they have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop the jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough, tough job to contain them.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Keith Tandy. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
On 3rd down, Winston. Over the middle to Evans. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
On 1st and 10, oh no, he lost the football. And look at the big man rumble. 30, the 20, 10, 5, and he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. Following the interception, Winston. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Charles Sims, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the 4th quarter, and they got a big one.
Yeah, it's such a close game, a very big one.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down. I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. Jameis again. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Here's Brian Anger now. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. Oh, it's a wobbler here. This is taken at the 18. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now the Browns offense trots back onto the field. They'll come out in the pistol. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that? And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Levante David from that outside linebacker spot. He's able to get in there for a loss of 9. They'll run with Crowell. And that lines up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On 3rd down, Johnson. It's a gain of 8, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. And the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Back to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick. He's been decisive.
And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. And that 2 points, you would think, should end any thoughts here of a possible comeback.
Yeah, they had a long field ahead of them anyway, but now 2 scores down, you can just about chalk this one up for lost.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. And now the Browns coming out on the field. They're in a good spot. 2-possession game barely, but a 2-possession game here late. Now they just have to put this game on ice.
Let's face it, right now, they're talking about ball security, taking care of it, not allowing anything crazy to happen, because we've seen.
Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And they will take a knee here. And they've got an extra defensive back out there now on 3rd and 13. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been